Hey guys, this is Pato Award, and you're listening to Indie Sports Podcast. And or what is that? Is that what it's called? Yeah,
That's
right.
that's perfect.
Or did I say something wrong?
No, trust me, man. I mean, I can edit all this. It's no
What
problem.
is
You
it?
can
What is it again? Indie Sports Podcast or what?
The Indie Sports Car Podcast.
Not Indie Sports Cars Podcast.
Nice. Yeah, if you want to try it again, go ahead.
Hi guys, I'm Pato Award, and you're listening to the Indie Sports Car Podcast.
Welcome, ICB fans, to another episode of the Indie Sports Car Podcast. Hey, Miss A.
Hello. Oh, it's me.
Yep.
I forget what I'm supposed to do.
It's been a while.
I know, it's been a while. But we're getting back on a schedule, guys. We are. And joining us tonight, we have, coming back, I should say, the inventor, creator of the Audible flagging system. Welcome back, Dave Skeen.
Well, thank you for having me back, you guys.
Dave Skeen, everybody, inventor of the now Trans Am backed auto flagging system. It's a big victory, Dave.
Oh, good for the sport, yeah, and definitely Trans Am Racing, which they've been on the forelead of safety, so they're the ones that stepped up to the plate and mandated it this time rather than what we did with just being an option. So now the full system will be in use and immediate results.
That's
So
great.
that's what we're looking for.
And so, yep, all of Trans Am will be using it, and Missy and I were just very happy. How about it, Miss?
Yeah, I mean, it's a small victory, but hopefully there's more victories in the future.
That's right.
Because we're not done,
no,
right?
Nope.
Trans Am
Not by a
is
long shot.
just the beginning. It's the first of many. Hopefully, at the end, the goal is all of racing, all series, from F1 all the way down to karting. So,
Yep, this should be the first domino.
Yep.
The rest come down.
The
Just
hardest
promise
one
it.
is the first one, right? It took a lot of testing, a lot of convincing, a lot of talking, but hey, we got there, and it feels good.
Yes, the battle's not quite over yet. We still got a lot of work to do, but now it's on the other side. We just need to get it out to everybody. So
And that's it.
Yeah.
And hey, I mean, and the great thing is, it's very easy to get out there, right?
well, yeah, but I mean,
That's the whole.
logistically to get everything. Well, that's what I mean. It's kind of like I look at it like the explosion the way the cell phone went.
Hey, the cell phone was a big thing, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that was a
But,
really,
it's
really
gonna
good
be
idea. Sliced bread, cell phone, and the Audible flagging system. There you go, everybody. It's the evolution of man, right there.
A new seatbelt. And I said, this is actually better than the new seatbelt because I said, you know what? Thinking about it, this is the first real safety improvement for racing that actually decreases the wrecks.
I would say since the
That
Honda device.
everybody's worried about having all this stuff. It's like the halo in Formula One. I'm like, you know what? If we can alert the driver, the need for that halo will be even reduced even more.
It was just no need for it, really.
Well, but in theory,
Personally,
what I'm
I
saying,
think it's ugly anyway.
what I'm saying is you can protect the driver other ways, and if you can alert him to those situations immediately, then they can avoid them. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm pretty nimble, especially in Formula One or IndyCar. It's a pretty nimble car, so
yeah.
it's like I relate. It's like you throw a deer out when you're going down the street at 60 miles an hour. Well, I mean, in any car, I can dodge that pretty quick. I've done it in a big old Lincoln. Not hurt. But...
I went right through the deer in my Lincoln. I was
I
like,
went
did I
around
just hit a
it.
deer? I have no idea. Let me pull over and see. Yeah, I did. How about that?
That's my darn quick hands. Yeah, I went around the darn thing before we all even knew what happened.
Jeez Louise. Oh boy. So, basically, the biggest, I would say the biggest misconception, Dave, that we've seen on our end, I think you've seen on your end, is want to reiterate this is a another form of notification. It's not replacing a current form or a previous form of notification. It's adding to all of the forms of notification that do exist right now. Right? Like that's the biggest, I think, because I think maybe the word flagging sometimes we think maybe well, are the corner flaggers not going to have a job now because no. They're very important, just like they're a very important part of the whole package of notification to a situation, and this is just adding to that notification. That's it.
Well, but see, that's why it's not only a driver safety system; it's a full track safety system.
Yeah.
So I'm saying there was an example that just happened in Europe that one car was sitting there sideways and coming over a hill where nobody really could see it anyway. Okay, all the corner workers went out to help that first car. Here comes a car over top, hits the other one, destroys it as they're trying to run out of the way. Luckily, nobody got killed in the situation. But as they were running out of the way, a third car came over the thing because he couldn't see anything and know that their situation and plowed into the other cars that were sitting there by that time. Like I said, so it's to protect the safety personnel.
Oh,
What I'm saying,
yeah.
I
Definitely.
told somebody, I
Like,
said,
I mean, I got to be honest with you,
sideways-
Dave. I was, I was playing. I was on iRacing like maybe a few weeks ago, and racing around. I forget what track. I think it was maybe in Kentucky or something. But yeah, all of a sudden, yeah, it's sim racing. So when there's a caution, all of a sudden, you hear it, and everything, and you slow down, right? And I'm thinking to myself, this is exactly the same thing. This is it. It's just, like I was thinking to myself, like I would just, I feel so much more safe about going doing 200 miles an hour in a sim, right? And I don't want to lose any points, because it's hard to get them back in iRacing. Trust me.
And that's what they put into iRacing on the sim is, what's the delay for that human that has to turn the switch on?
I'm
And see,
thinking to
that's part
myself,
of
like,
me.
in real
Take all that-
time, I'm like, I can't believe that this isn't mandated already, but it will be soon. I have full hope of that.
but
So
in there,
it
and
just
like I
makes
said,
so
I'm
much
working
sense.
with iRacing so we can get that in the simulator. So audible flagging's used in the simulator. And how I explained it, we've been using a radar detector with just a light on it all this time to alert us. I'm simply adding the audible to it, so which makes it nice because I can add an audible to an old system or the state-of-the-art system that is the best that the military has for protecting our military. I'm saying it's no different. I'm just using their components that they use to protect our guys because that's where all this information comes from and the ability to alert them. That's why if you notice that the military alerts their people by beeping, even for like pilots, so they know where to drop them. They know that's how they do it. So, I'm just.
I think it's a very nice system when your airplane tells you that there was a missile fired at you.
Well, yeah, it'd be nice when you're the guy on the ground, wouldn't you? That's what I mean. If you're the guy sitting sideways in the track, I certainly think you'd be really happy to know that everybody coming at you know that you're sitting there.
Exactly.
And that's what there's no missing.
Will Power Sonoma in 2009. There you go.
Mm-hmm. I mean, unfortunately, even looking over some of them, there's too many of those to look at. We talk Clausen, we know Justin, all those, so.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they've kind of continued. Even Jeff Mosing in the Porsche this year, he had 7 cars pile into him that would have never piled into him. For one thing, if they were notified, I guarantee you, they didn't want to hit him either. So, so we're just now finally, getting into the public, and the main thing, getting to the drivers, because it's their safety, it's their seatbelt, their safety tool.
Exactly, and basically, the best place to go and read up about it is we have a Facebook fan page, right, Missy?
Sure do.
And how can they find that?
Oh, was I supposed to continue?
Throwing it to you.
Yes, there is the Facebook fan page, Audible Flagging, the Twitter at Audible Flagging, and of course www.audibleflagging.com.
There you go. And it's all there, guys, so you can read up about it. Any questions that you have, we're more than happy to ask them. And
number on there to contact. So any questions, even like I said,
any questions, comments, or concerns, we're happy to help, and we're happy to. And we've also had people on in the past. First time we went over this was what day? About 6. I know it was an off season. It was. Are we going on a year now? I think.
Probably, I think. Yeah, at least.
Yeah, about a year now. Jake Green came on. Right?
It might be actually 2 years.
And then, we also had a Mark. He's very respected in the flagging community. We had him on, talk about it. And if he's listening, hey Mark, how are you? And by the way, happy holidays and happy New Year to everybody out there. I think is this our first show back, Miss? From the New Year? It may be. I don't know.
I think it's mine.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So, happy New Year, everybody. And we're starting off the 2018 with safer drivers in Trans Am, which is great. And in Trans Am, I think their Twitter is, if I'm not mistaken, it's like at Go
Trans Am Race. Go Trans Am Racing, yeah.
Go Trans Am Racing. Yep.
Right.
So check that out, and right on. And Missy, everything that they could find about the show here, all of our social media, where can they go?
That would be our www.theindysportscarpodcast.com.
Right up. Okay, so, I don't know if Jordan's going to be racing in the TA2 class yet. I know he was pretty sick about 2 weeks ago. I was talking to him, so I haven't talked to him since. I hope he's feeling better.
The flu is horrid this year.
Everybody's getting sick this year, huh?
Yeah. Already through it, I think. Hopefully not for any other rounds. Hopefully one round's good enough for me.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I wasn't feeling all that great yesterday myself, but today I'm feeling much better. Thank goodness. So, and Missy, what's on the news sheet there? What's been going on in the world of racing since we've last talked to everybody?
Well, I don't know. Well, I'm sure you probably didn't go over anything when I wasn't on the show at the first of the year.
Can guarantee it.
So I guess we'll start in MRTI a little bit here. I thought we did announce this, but I don't recall, but I'll announce it again, that, we're very happy for our very good friend Pato Award. Will be racing in Indy Lights this year for Andretti Autosport, competing for that championship.
Very huge.
So, very excited for him.
But don't miss him next weekend. Him and James, right? And I think somebody else.
Oh, yeah, 24 hours.
Yep, 24 Rolex 24 hours. Not this weekend coming up, but the weekend in between, the weekend before the Super Bowl. So, that off weekend for football fans. Don't worry, you got the 24 hours of Rolex Daytona racing, whatever IMSA to watch. See what a P3 car is.
And let's see. Then we had other announcements. Paps Racing announced that Lucas Cole will return for the 2018 season for USF 2000.
Saw that.
Yes, so he is back with. He was then with them last year, but I think so.
Yep. Also, happy birthday, Oliver Askew. Since we haven't been on, I think it was last week or so. Early January, I believe. So, happy birthday, Ollie.
And then, here's another one. Bruna Tomaselli has signed with Team Pelfrey for the 2018 USF 2000 series. She was in the USF 2000 last year, but I believe she was in the What do they
class.
call that? National class. There you go. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah, she did
So,
a few
yes.
races there. She didn't do the whole season though.
Yeah, but she will be with Team Pelfrey this year. So congratulations to her, and looking forward to seeing her with Team Pelfrey this year.
Right on.
And
What,
you got the.
what do you think about the talent coming up there, Dave?
Oh yeah, lots of it. You talked about the Hardy Racing, right?
Oh, we're in
IndyCar, right?
MRTI. Yep,
Yeah.
we're in MRTI.
But that's going to be a stellar team with everybody that.
Throw the brakes
we've all
on there, Dave.
together. So. Okay.
We'll get to IndyCar.
Yeah,
Still here.
They
One more. Let's
they
see,
get most of the show.
MRTI.
We gotta give some of the show to the Young Bucks though.
Okay, I told you guys just tell me to be quiet. So.
I did.
Another one. Let's see. Another announcement was another USF 2000 driver for D-Force Racing. You have Corey Enders will be racing for them this year in the USF 2000 series.
So he's returning then, right?
Yeah, he's returning. Yeah, I believe he did last year. I think with D-Force.
Jason
So.
Richter.
Mm-hmm.
You guys following Jason Richter
Um.
out here in Vegas? The young, great driver. He's in the F1000 series. Or David Freitas Racing.
You talking about in
Yeah.
SCCI?
Yeah, I think they just run this weekend.
Yeah, you're talking about the what series are they in? Some F1600.
Well, I thought it was F2000. This car he's running, but
yeah.
he's running some of that stuff too.
Do they
Real
still
good kid.
are they still racing the Van Diemen chassis there in SCCA?
That I don't know. I mean, figures. I don't know all the specifics. I just know, he's a real good driver and coming up for a young kid that's, very good kid. So it's a good career. He's gonna go a long ways too, along with one of these younger drivers. So he's one to watch for.
Same with Bruno Carnero just signed with a new team over in the Japanese F3 series. So really happy to hear that for Bruno. He's really excited. He's really getting ingrained in the Chinese and Japanese open wheel racing out there. So and representing Utah. So I mean he did pretty decent last year, but it was new to him. So I'm thinking this year should do a lot better because I mean he won the FIA F3 Chinese Championship 2 years ago. So
Right.
So
and
happy
that
to hear that
just
for him.
getting comfortable with his team. You know what I mean? That's what half of that is.
Plus, I mean, there is a culture change there too. So yeah, that in there.
But it's a communication between your engineers when they can't speak engineer.
He's learning.
They helping.
I mean, he's learning how to speak it. That's for sure.
Well, what I'm saying is, for me, it'd be much easier to figure out how to speak engineering language and make my own up. You know what I mean? Than it would be to learn.
It's all hand signals and
engineering talk. It's like no, it's doing this.
Yeah, everybody understands no.
Hey, as engineers,
wrong.
Zero. It's 1 or 0. So
we're good. Yes. That's about as far as my engineering would go with somebody who doesn't speak English. Yes or no.
For an engineer, that's all you should have. Yeah.
I know.
That's why if you watch Shelton show, that was kind of Shelton.
Who?
The Shelton show they have on they have the young Shelton one.
Oh goodness. Okay. Missy watches that, or she did watch that show anyway. I don't know if she still does. Do you?
I see myself in that. I'm a whack job. Anyway.
No, I don't watch the Young Sheldon show. I watched the other one.
What's it from?
I can't think of the name of the show right now.
Big Bang Theory. Yeah.
Big Bang Theory.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I never got into it much.
Yeah. They're just a bunch of whack job engineers. So.
And then let's see, another signing was Team Pelfrey again signed Kyle Dupel for the 2018 USF 2000 series. So he will be joining, like we said, Bruno Tomaselli, and also and his other teammate is going to be Julian van der Watt. Will be his other teammate for Team Pelfrey in the USF 2000 series.
All right.
And I think I got everybody. No, I'm sure I probably didn't get everybody. I'm sure I missed some signings in here, but
Oh, I mean,
if I missed it, I either posted it to our Facebook or Twitter. So go to our website, www.theindysportscarpodcast.com. You can click on Facebook, Twitter, and all that nice stuff. Or you should already be following us on Twitter and Facebook.
That was a scold.
if you're not, I don't know what you're doing. Why aren't you doing that?
But I would have posted all of it on there. So there you go.
Indie Sports Car Podcast.
And I'm going to say that wraps up most of MRTI and all the new signings that they've had going on.
Yep, I'm looking forward to the Pro Mazda, the new Pro Mazda car coming out. I'm really hoping that something materializes with, Parker Thompson. I'm hoping so, but nothing yet.
Yeah, we'll see.
So.
Well, there you go.
All right, that's MRTI.
Oh, wait, here we go. Wait, I found another one. And I'm going to butcher this name. I can tell you right now I'm going to butcher it. Newman Walks Racing announced that they signed their second driver, and I'm trying to think who their first one was, and I should know who their first one was. But anyway, moving on. So they signed recently. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think.
We had him on after it happened.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, again, I would put it's posted on Facebook and our Twitter. But yeah, so
and
they
the
also
we
signed. Yeah, exactly.
Don't be afraid to push the podcast.
Yes.
Don't just listen to this one. Listen to the ones before this. They're good too. I have a bunch of drivers on. We had a pretty good I guess December, like November into December when everybody was signing. We had, Dave. We had on Kyle Kaiser. We had on Darren Keene. We had on
right. We did have Darren Keene on November. We had him on. Wow, it's been that long. November.
Yeah, he was a very early signing for the off season. Yep. And we also
So
had.
much for the off-season.
Yeah, we also, who else did we have on this? We had on why am I drawing a blank right now? I cannot think. I need to get back into the flow of this. Anyways, yeah, I mean, Spencer Piggott. Why can I not think of his name? Oh, good my God. Spencer Piggott. We had him on in December.
Yes. Well, actually, it was November too. We had Ed Jones.
Ed Jones. Also, yep.
Yeah, after he signed with
Okay.
Chip Ganassi. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
But getting back to my original point here, yeah, so Darren Keene's newest teammate in the USF 2000 series is going to, for Newman Walks Racing, is going to be Oscar. And yeah, this last name is, I'm going to butcher this. Sorry, Oscar. Deluzarigia.
Wow.
Deluzarigia. Yeah, that's close enough. Sorry, buddy. We're gonna have to talk when I meet you.
Oscar D, everybody.
Yeah, Oscar D. There you go. Sorry, we're gonna have to talk about your last name.
Right now, Missy's hoping you don't ever
like...
win, really, so she doesn't say your name again, probably.
That's not true. I do hope he wins.
Yeah, we want him on the show now.
I mess up his name, and then I meet him, and then it becomes a nice little joke, like.
I still can't say Christian's last name. To this day, I still cannot say his last name right. I swear, it's ridiculous.
Okay, say it for me, though.
It's like Christian Alieso or Aliejo or Alieso, and that's still wrong probably. And he'd just go nope, and he'd laugh.
Shaking his head, you're listening. He's shaking his head now.
I'm sure he is. I'm actually sending him a new mic and everything, so So we're gonna have him on next week, and yeah, he's actually pretty much officially our third mic now. But yeah,
Oh, awesome.
Dave, we had big announcement and wanted Dave on, so yeah, and we gave Christian the week off, so gave him 2 weeks off actually. But next week we're gonna make him work.
That's awesome. That's what he's good at. That's what his mission is.
Nah, he's a
Speaking
really good guy.
Yes.
Oh, here you go. I missed this one. Pro Mazda. Stingray Rob. No, I think we did go over this. Doesn't matter. So
Let's do it.
Stingray Rob is coming back to. Oh wait, no. He's going to Team Pelfrey. He wasn't with Team Pelfrey last year, was he?
Negative.
Negative. He was with World Speed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who they got this year?
Oh.
I don't think I've heard any announcements.
I
From them.
don't know if they have a driver right now or not. I don't think they have anybody signed right at the moment. I haven't heard anything. And obviously they're not having Stingray Rob back, so guess we'll be hearing a sign soon.
Yeah, if they're racing, yeah, I haven't heard. But I think now that wraps up the MRTI.
Well, just real quick, the Bruna Tomaselli, she's USF 2000, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yes, Team Pelfrey. So.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, they got a. It's the team to beat.
Well, let's talk about the teams to beat in IndyCar. Yeah. Woo.
So
I'm going to say it's going to be Schmidt Peterson Motorsport this year. James Hinchcliffe.
Lena Gaddy, wow.
Yeah!
Did not see that coming, but as soon as I see
Yeah,
him,
Lena. Welcome to IndyCar.
her being an engineer for Hinchcliffe is huge. Sorry. It's just huge.
That's good. Yep.
Yeah, she was the first woman engineer to ever be the lead engineer of a winning 24-hour Le Mans team for the Audi LMP1 team, the number 2 car. That beautiful Audi. Oh.
Not once, not
But
twice.
but 3
No,
times.
but 3
4
times.
times? The 3, yeah, 3.
3. She had 3.
By the way, she was not the lead engineer of the number 1 Audi. No, number 2. But it doesn't matter.
No, like I said, that's going to be more in the future. Women engineers are really going to see a lot of it, that's awesome. So,
and I'm sure
I am stoked for this.
Yeah, it's really huge. It's really good for IndyCar, I think.
Well, yeah, the whole sport. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
No,
I think more women need to be involved with motorsport in general. She's definitely a road layer, or what do they call that? A paving the way,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, there you go. Women.
You got to be an engineer now in the car to be able to be in the car. So, in my opinion, it's not like the old days where you had to learn the car. No, the car's actually engineered faster than that human sitting in the seat. So you got to be an engineer in the car to be able to help it now. So what I'm saying is, an engineer thinking that that's what's going to make them good drivers of the future. So,
also, I mean,
doesn't matter what gender you are. What I'm saying is the engineering mind in the car is what's going to be winning these races
exactly
in the future, along with the crew, of course. You know what I mean? But
of course,
what I'm saying is
she has a great driver to work with.
Yeah. Well, and they said now experience on both sides of the car, which is, because most engineers never drove a car. So, it's like the old thing. It's kind of, you can't really understand it unless you understand the whole animal that you have that you engineer. So.
Exactly.
But it's just my opinion.
Well, do you think she has an advantage a little bit coming into IndyCar with this new car, so she doesn't have the old car all jostled up in her head like everybody else does?
Yeah, but no, it's weird from an engineering standpoint. It's still a 4-wheel platform.
Sure.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying from an engineering standpoint, you're really understanding how you transfer the weight on that platform That's
I'm
why
just
it's
saying she's
important.
coming from an Audi LMP1 car to Indy car, which
I know
instead
that,
of
but from an
2 to 3
standpoint,
drivers, just
weight,
one.
yeah,
she
the
has
platform
less
weight of different
to
size.
I think she has less to deal with now.
Well, no. She's coming from Bentley.
Is that where she went after Audi?
Yeah, she went to Bentley.
For what, a
And it
year?
just
Bentley Motorsport. Yeah, I think it was a year.
so yeah, going from a rear engine car into a front engine car, that's a different platform of the weight. So those experiences will help her in the rest of it. That's what I'm saying. It's just a platform. Depending on where the weight is how it reacts. That's how the engineer set up the car.
Yep.
But it's a tool, so you have to set it up where the driver can use it correctly. Otherwise, all your engineering goes out the window. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why the importance there now is so much more on. That's why I said I like the engineer thinkers. That's what the drivers have to be now.
Yeah.
It's even more now than it used to be, but that chess match at 200 miles an hour. So that's the fun part.
And just putting it into perspective, IndyCar and as a whole, I mean, 4 new teams. Just looking at motorsport.com, and it's almost their top story, I guess. But yeah, I mean, literally 4 new teams this year. Carlin, Juncos, Harding, and what's the fourth one I'm missing?
They're considering Michael Shank with his part-time entry with Schmidt Peterson. They're doing 6 races with Jack Harvey.
Oh, okay, that's cool. They upped it to 6. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what it's really for. Yeah.
If the demand is there, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully we get good car, that kind of stuff. Then it's kind of like the Harding team. They're kind of waiting to make sure, because it's a marketing deal. So
yeah. And like we don't have any new news on Juncos or anything, but didn't they announce a driver with 4 races or something? Not Kyle, but someone else. Or am I thinking of something else?
No, they did.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Did we go over that already? I'm sorry, guys, out there. It's been a couple of weeks. I don't know what we went over or not. Welcome to the new year, everybody. Frank relearning everything that he used to know.
I slept last night. I reset myself in the morning every morning. It's Groundhog Day.
Tell me about it. This is a...
Yeah, I don't. I think we did go over, but just to throw it out there, it is going to be 4 races, and his name is Rene Binder, Austrian Rene Binder.
Now, did they say what 4 races or no?
I thought they did. Let me just see if I can pull the because I thought he thought he was going to be starting the season at St. Pete.
Kind of cool to see Portland back on the circuit. What did you think of that?
Oh, I'm happy for it. I'm happy about it. I mean, I'm sad to see Watkins Glen go, but
it's not like it's move. It'll come back.
It'll come back. Yeah. I mean, having more tracks on, in the schedule is good. I think the Northwest, deserves another race. I mean, they got Sonoma and they got Long Beach.
At the beginning, but yeah, they got the beginning and the end. Nothing really in between too much, but.
Exactly. I mean, Fontana was gone, so I think the Portland race is good for the Northwest. Pocono's still there, so that's good for the Northeast, I guess. I mean, losing Watkins Glen sucked, but what are you gonna do? St. Pete. Are you gonna be there, Dave? St. Pete?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see this new car for the first time. Really looking forward to it. So definitely looking forward to. Yeah, Mom lives down there, so and my sister. I'm trying to get my sister and Johnny to come up with us. For at least Sunday, so that'd be cool.
Hopefully we're running the Audible flagging system and all the cars and everything else. So yeah, I'll be at the races. So
that's awesome.
That's our goal. So
right on.
Getting all this,
Is Pirelli starting the season there?
At where?
St. Pete? Did they last year? I can't remember now.
I don't remember. Um,
But either way, IndyCar and MRTI, they kind of showed it last year with the coverage that they had at St. Pete. I think it'll be even better this year as far as the social media coverage, for all the lower series and everything. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, all I always love going to races where it's all three MRTI series and IndyCar together. It just makes for such a really great racing weekend,
Yep, just the same kind of crowd, and yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, Dave. With new car coming out and everything, who do you think is going to be the front running team towards going into May? Let's say who do you think is going to have the best jump on the new car?
Well, of course, I mean, the two, you know, Sam, of course, Peterson, so
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the
Lead again, definitely
that
puts them in the front there.
yeah, so but like I said, I really like at least the team that they put together for the Harding team too, as far as not only who's in the car, but
Gabby
the back
Chavez.
team. So, right. So
By the way, didn't Gabby
I
just
think
get married to Gabby?
I think so. Yeah.
Congratulations, Gabby and
That's
Gabby.
right. Yep.
Hey, I'm not making this up. It's Gabby and Gabby. I mean, that's their names. Gabby
And we
married
got the
Gabby.
writer, so yeah, I think they're gonna they got a good game plan to get in. So I think they'll kind of be the sleeper of the year, I would think.
So you're gonna say Harding's gonna be the sleeper of the year, huh? So going into May, you think Harding's gonna be the top 5 in points? Think?
No, I'm not maybe not going into May.
I'm just talking
but
about going into May because it's
I
just
wouldn't
too
say
far.
top 5. I'd give it a top 10 though, considering what they did last year.
Very true.
I mean, last year they did very well,
Yeah,
didn't he? He finished 5th at Texas. I think he had another top 10 at Pocono, was it?
Yep.
right. So I think going into it, they'll do pretty good on points. Yeah, they'll be solid on points going into the 500. That's probably what I'm saying is if the big teams are going to have an advantage, of course, that's where it's going to be. Big track.
Yeah, you think Andretti's going to dominate again this year?
I mean,
it's got 2 years in a row already.
Well, and it's still a situation. Whoever can trim the car down the most and get around the track without hitting the wall is going to be the fastest one. So
that's true.
It's a combination between the driver and the engineers that can put it on that line and be able to continue. I'm just not a fan of those big races from just me personally, because I'm a driver, so I like the road courses and the challenges of that.
It's Indy 500 though. Come on.
I know that, but that's what I'm saying. But from a driver standpoint, it's, in my view, extremely dangerous just because of the way it's set up. But that's just my opinion.
Well, yeah.
It's hard, and but
they are in a really safe car, that's for sure, though. I still can't believe Dixon walked away from that last year. Goodness.
Yeah. So I'm just saying. So yeah. So like I said,
what do you think, Miss? Miss, who do you think is going to be going to have the best shot going into May?
I think the usual suspects. I mean, Andretti, Penske, even I guess even Ganassi. I mean, even though they shrunk this year, but just I think the more I guess they're able to share data. The bigger teams being able to test different things and share different things will probably have a more of an advantage. But
that's true.
Unless you hit that perfect setup, then you don't need your data.
Right.
And then
you get lucky, like Ray Hall would get here and there.
Yeah.
It's almost like that one season when he was like top 5 in points going last season. It's like you just got lucky a lot of times. It felt like.
Well, that's how racing is, but yeah.
I wonder how much better they're going to be with another car this year.
Yeah.
Guess we'll see.
On those ones, like I said, it's not the secondary one because the first hits are hard enough now that, oh God, did you see I don't remember what the guy's name was, but LMP3 car in Le Mans, I think, and had something go with the brakes, and he went straight in, and like, oh man, huge hit, straight into the wall.
That's not good.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, not off the top of my head, no. When this happened? A couple months ago?
No, this last week or something. I had posted on Facebook. I mean, man,
I
broke
didn't
his
know
back.
they were racing right now.
Yeah, I think it's Le Mans. I think it was Le Mans.
WEC?
I know I read that Michael Johnson, his name is, the driver that's in a wheelchair. I know he got into a really big accident, but I don't recall where it was though.
Yeah, no, this one, and the guy, I can't even think of that name, and he's a regular driver, and like I said, it was a LMP3 car. And yeah, horrid. I mean, he's got the in-car camera video online, and yeah, I mean, it just must have happened because he's still, hospital and like I said, broke his back, in the impact. Oh, like I said, it was straight on into the wall at 90 mile an hour, no brakes. Like I said, that's kind of a testament to the equipment that we have, and like I said, unfortunately, anything can happen in the car. That's why you just got to protect yourself as much as possible. So, any safety things that can help minimize or avoid, then it's something we got to do for the sport.
Definitely, that's for sure. It's crazy. It's because I mean, you heard about sorry, let me get his name right. Just passed. Dan Gurney. That's it. Yeah, just passed away a few days ago.
Yep. Big for the sport.
Yeah, I was just looking at I guess it was a Ford GT 40, the Mark 4 that he won in, and just look at that car from back then, and you're like, oh, wow, have we come a long ways?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and he was a chassis builder driver too, so yeah, on some hand, we do go really fast, forward as far as trying to get more horsepower and that kind of stuff. Racers seem to accelerate really quickly. When it seems to come to protecting our own butts, we're a little slow, I would say.
Yeah, it always catches up later, I think.
It still is that mentality of the seatbelt. Argument. Well, I didn't want to be strapped in when I got in that pond and couldn't get out. I'm like, okay, let me look at this from an engineering standpoint. What are your odds of that happening compared to your odds of not hitting something solid and going through the windshield if you don't wear your seatbelt?
It's pretty bad. The odds are not with you, I don't think.
Yeah. If you learned it, that's what I did with that's last year when I went to Indy for the PRI show. It wasn't this year, but the year before, I went into the museum, and you can go in there and look at some of these cars that these drivers were.
Oh yeah, they have it at Pocono too. Same thing.
Yeah.
You look at them, they're like, I would never drive this thing around that track. They're nuts.
In the car, I didn't want to strap in, but you know what? 1,000-pound car, I don't really, want to get thrown out. A go-kart, if it comes back and hits you, it's not really that bad.
Oh, that sucks. Sorry, I just seen 8 hours ago, Englishtown shuts down drag racing. No more NHRA at Englishtown? That sucks.
I think.
Sorry, that's a big jump there. Sorry, guys. It's like an hour and a half away. That's why.
I just want to back up for one little second, and just because I don't like leaving things out there unanswered. Renee Binder, he's going to be doing the St. Pete race, Barber, Toronto, and Mid-Ohio. And as of right now, for Kyle Kaiser, of course, he's doing the Indy 500 and the Indy GP, but they haven't announced his other two races yet.
Right. And he said he's going to come on after they do, so. Because when he was on, he didn't know at the time either, so. But it's still 4 races, though? Then
Yeah,
nothing
he's
else
4
coming up?
races and
Okay.
Binder's 4 races.
Okay, so and what 4 races is Binder going to be doing again? I'm sorry.
St. Pete, Barber, Toronto, Mid-Ohio.
Okay, so is Coast looking to use one car for both drivers then? Sounds like because they're
Oh yeah.
okay. All right. So then that's 4 races that Kyle won't be doing then.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
The
No,
team will be doing 8 races as of right now, but I don't think they're going to do a full season though.
the full picture's starting to come together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, and as far as was there anything F1 related that was even remotely interesting? Nope. You're right. There wasn't.
Oh, I did want to throw out that Harding Racing, they confirmed their full-time or their full season entry this year. Actually, a couple days ago, which I already thought they confirmed for the year, but I guess they didn't. I just assumed because they were talking about it last year that they were going to do the full season, so I guess. But it's official now. They're doing the full season with Gabby.
Right. And they were still looking at doing a second car.
And they have
a part-time one or whatever, but that's not announced anything. But I think they're, ideally, I think that teams want, of course, everybody want it's easier to do a 2-car team as far as you sharing knowledge. So.
Yep. Yeah, and Brian Barnhart is now part of that team now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no longer management. I guess he's team manager for them now, I guess? Or what's his role there? Not lead engineer, but...
He's the team president.
Okay.
Brian Barnhart.
Yeah, he's the team manager, yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Team, that's what I mean. So they've got some really good guys over there. And started a great team. So.
Let's see, 2 days ago, breaking news, Formula One, quote, still nowhere with social media. No kidding. That's one of many things we're still nowhere with. Okay, so... Yeah.
Oh, I did want to throw out one more IndyCar piece of news that came out, yes, on the 9th, that Firestone is bringing a new treaded tire for the wet.
That's a good thing, because I was worried about that.
A new rain tire, there you go. Well, I'm just saying. Well, I mean, why can't we talk about our tires? Formula One had a poll of what to call theirs.
Well, because they have so many of them now, nobody can get them straight. Like, there's only 8 of them now.
I mean, the new one, they had a poll, I think, what Hypersoft? Is that what won? Hypersoft?
Yeah, that was the...
I think they ran out of names, didn't they, for it?
Oh, and Urushiya says IndyCar decision is imminent. Stay tuned.
Just some kind of decision?
I want everybody to know that a decision is coming.
Some kind of a decision.
So if you can read this, you already know where to find it out. If not, now you know. When I do make it something like wow. It's like if we ever we wanted to start the show and we kept saying, "Hey, the show's coming. Just wait for it." Then go away.
Wait for it.
Oh, you know what? Here you go. Here's something I want to talk about regarding F1. It just popped into my head. So I think quite a few people were a tad bit offended.
I know what you're going to say. Yeah.
What you're gonna say?
So,
Haas.
Yes, Haas. That came out.
Anti-American team, them.
I know. I want to get their exact quote here. Let me find it.
In a roundabout way, they said that all American drivers suck and they're not good enough to race F1. In a roundabout way is what they said. That's how I took it.
But that's always been the mentality forever. Why should it surprise you?
Yeah, and then Mario Andretti comes over and lays this thing down, and everybody's like, "Oh, well, maybe we should shut up." Mario's like, "You still talking? All right, I'll go now." I'm bored.
Of course, I can never find it when I freaking want to.
Wasn't it just the other day? I mean.
Yeah, it was.
Was it a Twitter thing or?
Yeah, it was on Twitter.
It's on everything.
So everything is, yeah, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, everything's on Twitter. Twitter.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
The attack dog.
Oh, really? Come on. Oh, here you go. Here it is. Finally. Haas believes there aren't any American drivers ready for F1 at the moment.
Ha! I guess
Their
Rossi
what is his name?
wasn't,
Is
right?
their team boss Gunther Steiner says Haas wants to place an American driver in one of its Formula One seats, but does not feel there's anyone currently ready to step in.
Spoken by a true German. I guarantee you, he's from Germany and then the whole nine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it. Gunther Steiner? Phew. If that's not German, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I thought he was Italian.
Remember, drivers over in Formula One have to have really deep pockets.
Yeah, that's why Rossi ended up in Manor.
It's not ready. I mean, there wasn't the talent. There's nobody here that has the money to go around Formula One.
I don't think there's anybody here it's a ridiculous amount of money.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I think what they mean by that. There's nobody ready, nobody has deep enough pockets to come run Formula One and get the young drivers here because we don't support them.
I mean, I enjoyed a lot of the comments from a lot of the American drivers over here. I mean, you had Graham Rahal, American drivers are damn good. I stand by that. There's a lot of talent here. Stay in IndyCar. It's far more competitive anyways.
There you go.
It's
the truth right there.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Formula One's a race of money first.
Money first, and then, I don't know, are you any good?
To win. Yeah, exactly. Well, remember, Formula One, the car does most of the driving anyway.
Pretty much. Driver's just a part of the car, not really, you know, I mean, they're kind of told what the car can do. Not, yeah. The car dictates what the driver can do, not the other way around.
Well, kind of how I explain it, I go, you know what, it's an engineered racehorse. The drivers are now just are jockeys on that racehorse. They're not driving it like we used to, manhandling it. You let the horse do what it's good at. You just help it.
$30 million, the thing better massage you as you're going around the corners. Too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can build a better horse for that.
As you race it, yeah. You ever see how they sit in that thing? They're basically laying down.
That's where I want the weight.
You know those guys that like go down the hill on that skateboard on their back? Might as well be in the same position.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of nuts.
That's all right.
So, I don't know. Haas can go scratch, I think, with that statement.
No, we just prove them wrong.
Oh, the only way to do that is to get somebody into F1, but I don't.
What do you mean?
Is there any?
Maybe over here, so.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of their talents coming over here to IndyCar and the ladder series anyway. So, you know.
I mean, they put people like Carmen Jordan in charge of crap.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, actually, that's another. That's not. Yeah, we did that, and I don't think that even recorded right? Didn't it get all screwed up when we did?
We did a redo, yeah.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Let's not go down that road again.
Shows what F1 knows anyway.
Well, that's the FIA.
When they make stupid decisions like that.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah, we are. Yeah. Well, I mean, Lena Gaddy just is. You know, it just shows. You know. There you go.
And she's an ambassador for women in motorsport too. So.
Yeah, exactly.
By the FIA. So how? Never mind. I'm not even gonna get into this.
Not anymore.
How can they have what ambassador of Lena Gaddy, and then they have this other person representing women?
I know.
I'm not gonna go through it again. It aggravates me.
Yeah. We don't want to aggravate you, that's for sure.
And once again, before we say we bid you guys adieu till next week. Again, Dave, Missy, right? I wanted to say, Dave, thank you for coming on, and keep fighting the good fight, brother. You know, we're behind you 100%.
For you
And
guys' help getting the word out.
of course, man, happy to do it. And Missy, where can they find out everything?
Again, you can find everything at either website, www.audibleflagging.com, www.theindysportscarpodcast.com. All social medias are linked to those, so you can find everything from those websites.
Yep.
Or by just searching Audible Flagging.
Yep, at Audible Flagging will bring you to everything. So there you go. All right, and I think on that note, Missy.
And on that note, you know that I know that Frank, and even Dave knows. Well, Audible Flagging's coming, you know?